The whirlwind of Paris Fashion Week is a kaleidoscope of couture dreams and cultural collisions, where the city's storied avenues become runways for the avant-garde and the A-list alike. Amid this sartorial spectacle, few moments ignite as much discourse as an unexpected sighting of Emma Stone, the Oscar laureate whose chameleon-like transformations have redefined cinematic vulnerability. At 36, Stone, fresh from accolades for Poor Things and whispers of contention for her role in the surreal Begonia, graced the Louis Vuitton Spring-Summer 2026 showcase with an air of understated allure. Clad in a strapless midi dress of pristine white, its silhouette a whisper of 60s mod with a contemporary edge, she layered a matching cardigan that draped like a lover's shawl. Yet, it was a candid snapshot beside Thai sensation Lisa Manoban, the 28-year-old Blackpink rapper whose global reign blends K-pop ferocity with high-fashion finesse, that unleashed a torrent of bewilderment among devotees. The image, snapped in the front-row fray of the Louis Vuitton Atelier, a cavernous space alive with projections of blooming lotuses and the hum of international influencers, captured Stone in profile, her features softened by the event's golden hour glow. Lisa, resplendent in a tailored ensemble that fused streetwear edge with luxury tailoring, exuded the poised intensity of a performer mid-set. Stone's expression, a subtle curve of amusement amid the chaos, should have been familiar territory for fans who've memorized her every quirk from La La Land's moonlit twirls to the favorite's barbed witticisms. Instead, social media erupted in a cacophony of confusion. "Where is Emma Stone?" one user implored, their query laced with disbelief. "I'm sorry? Did you say Emma Stone?" echoed another, as if the actress had donned an invisibility cloak. More pointed were the exclamations, "That's not Emma Stone," and "Her face is completely different." Phrases that snowballed into a viral meme, with quips invoking witness protection programs and cries of, "Who is this person?" This backlash, while tinged with hyperbole, underscores the double-edged sword of Stone's evolution. Long celebrated for her freckled authenticity and gap-toothed charm, traits that lent raw relatability to roles like Easy A's olive branch-wielding rebel or Cruella's fur-flying anti-heroine, her latest iteration has sparked speculation of surgical intervention. Detractors dissected the photo with forensic zeal, a jawline sharpened to angular precision, cheeks hollowed to sculptural planes, eyes framed by lids that seemed perpetually at rest. "She looks unrecognizable," trilled the chorus, a sentiment amplified by algorithms that thrive on controversy. Yet, defenders countered with context, the tyranny of lighting in fashion's fishbowl, where shadows play tricks and angles betray. Stone's history of subtle enhancements, admitted Botox in her early 20s, a smidge of filler for symmetry, has been framed as pragmatic upkeep in an industry that devours youth. "It's Paris," one apologist noted wryly, "where everyone looks like a new character in a Lanthimos film." This Fashion Week furor arrives on the heels of Stone's own provocative commentary, branding her as detached from reality in some quarters. At a Telluride Film Festival Q&A on August 30th, she drew parallels between her latest project, Begonia, and the chilling Luigi Mangione case, a nexus of fiction and fatality that left audiences grappling. Directed by her frequent collaborator Yorgos Lanthimos, whose oeuvre, The Lobster, The Favorite, revels in the absurd undercurrents of human folly, Begonia is a satirical sci-fi romp scripted by Will Tracy. Stone embodies a formidable CEO of a biotech behemoth, snatched by disgruntled underlings Jesse Plemons and Aidan Delbos, who suspect her extraterrestrial agenda to terraform Earth into a verdant wasteland. The plot, an English remake of the 2003 Korean cult hit Save the Green Planet, skewers corporate avarice with pitch-black humor, bolstered by an ensemble including Stavros Halkias and Alicia Silverstone. Stone's festival remarks wove the film's tendrils into real-world horror. The December 4, 2024, slaying of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson by Mangione outside a Manhattan hotel. As Thompson attended an investor confab, Mangione, armed with a 3D-printed ghost gun, unleashed a barrage, etching bullet casings with slogans like "Deny" and "Depose" in a manifesto of fury against insurance denials. Pleading not guilty to state and federal counts, Mangione faces the death penalty if convicted, his act igniting debates on healthcare inequities and vigilante justice. "What's really crazy, after we had shot the film, I live in New York, we heard someone was shot up the street. It was a healthcare CEO," Stone recounted, her voice threading unease with intrigue. "You know, because Luigi. You guys heard about this? It was wild because we had all just been in a basement together talking about these issues and the bigger meaning of everything. It keeps hitting you that the world is so deeply fraught and terrifying in so many ways." Her candor, while intellectually provocative, struck some as tone-deaf, a starlet conflating celluloid satire with visceral tragedy. Mangione's saga, unfolding amid protests and policy reckonings, has polarized. Hero to the aggrieved, terrorist to the establishment. Stone's invocation, casual yet charged, amplified perceptions of Hollywood's bubble, where art's echoes and atrocity blur into insensitivity. Weeks prior, Dave Franco, husband to Stone's Easy A co-star, fielded biopic rumors on Watch What Happens Live. Demurring, "No one has approached me yet, but if the right people are involved, I'm open." His openness contrasted Stone's immersion, highlighting the case's cinematic allure. Yet, amid the melee, Stone's Fashion Week apparition reaffirms her chameleon's gift. From Superbad's awkward ingenue to Birdman's jittery ingenue, she shape-shifted with mercurial ease, earning accolades for embodying unease. If the Louis Vuitton lens renders her unrecognizable, it may herald her next metamorphosis, perhaps a role that probes identity's fluidity in Lanthimos' warped universe. Fans' shock, while stinging, fuels the discourse that propels her, a reminder that icons evolve, defying the gaze that seeks stasis. In Paris' gilded glare, Emma Stone isn't lost. She's reimagined, her unrecognizable reflection a mirror to our own projections. As Begonia Co plots planetary rebirth, so too does she, one audacious silhouette at a time.